Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Tyler. This video is going to be about how to increase and develop your faith. But before I get into that, how-tos, I want to say this right quick. If you have sent me an email concerning a question about the twin flame concept, self-help, or personal development, or it might have been something else, I sit here and I say, be patient with me and I will get to your email as soon as I can. And also, I want to state this as well. I am not trying to knock down anyone who are into religion or you are into some type of religious faith. This video is not meant for that. But what I will tell you is, and this is the truth, that what I'm just to get ready to address, that the majority of religious leaders are not going to address to you religious folks out there about this. And the majority of religious leaders are not aware or they do not have any knowledge of this. And that's just the truth. But I want to go on ahead and get to how to develop and to increase your faith. And the first way on how to do this is that you constantly speak on a consistent basis whatever that you desire or whatever that you want to see changed in your life for the good. And you have to be consistent at it. And whenever that you constantly are speaking it on a consistent basis, what is going to happen is that it is getting into your mind and your spirit. It's just like, say for an example, so that this can make sense. You know how that you plant a seed up into the ground, and then after planting that seed into the ground, you have to water and nurture that seed in order for it to grow. This is the same similar thing here whenever that you are constantly speaking whatever that you desire or whatever that you desire to see change for the good in your life on a consistent basis. It is growing. It is constantly growing. So this is going to lead to the next phase on how to develop and to increase your faith. After speaking it and speaking it and speaking it, so that it can get into your mind, into your heart. The second way on how to increase your faith is that you have to get an image in your mind. Whatever that you desire to see change for the good, or whatever that you desire, while in the midst of constantly speaking it. And so, whenever that you have that image in your mind, that you replay it over and over and over and over again. And how do you do that? In other words, meditate upon it. And what does meditate upon it? Think upon it and dwell upon it. And this is what leads to focus. This is what leads to focusing on whatever that you desire, or whatever that you desire you want to see change for the good in your life. And so that this is going to lead to the next phase on how to develop and to increase your faith. After having that image, after speaking it and then having that image in your mind and then dwelling upon it, because that's what the part of increasing your faith is. The next thing that you do is that whatever that you desire or whatever that you wanted to see change for the good, and that image is in your mind, and you're constantly replaying it. While in the midst of replaying that and meditating upon that, you have to get in the position and have the mindset you already have it. It is already happened. Don't be sitting up there saying that it will happen or it will change. change for the good, because that's in the future. It's going on in the future, and it'll never happen like that. You have to act like it has happened now. You got to act like you already have it. And you do. It's in your mind, in the unseen realm, but it has not yet manifested in the physical realm yet. And so, this is the way on how you increase your faith and how to develop it. This is the ways. And so, I want to sit here and I want to add on to this, that it's sometimes whenever that you are speaking it, and while speaking it, and then you have that image in your mind and you're constantly meditating upon it and focusing on it already happened, it is not going to always happen overnight. It's not going to happen that way. Sometimes it might be a year, sometimes it might be 2 years or 3 years before it happened. But what is going on is that the creator of the universe, of God, is lining it up for you and working on your behalf. And then, get this too, and I want a lot of you people to understand this. Sometimes, depending on whatever that you desire, or whatever that you want to see change for the good, sometimes it's going to take works. It's just like, for an example, you are speaking that you want to be a bodybuilder or want to get into shape. That. And you have that image of that body that you want in your mind. Or how the image of a shapely body that you want in your mind. But in the actuality is, the creator of the universe has gave you that idea. You got to get out there and work. You got to get out there and exercise in order for it to happen. So, that was my example to prove that point. So, I'm going to go on ahead and cut this video short. And for all of those who liked and enjoyed this video, I give you the invitation to please subscribe to this channel, because you receive weekly content on a weekly basis. Thank you and have a great and awesome day of eating, people.